Lots of horrible things can happen to animals as nature can be pretty cruel. But sometimes you can't leave everything up to the wild as man needs to intervene sometimes. Saving an animal's life and getting nothing in return is one of the best feelings imaginable. You'll get to see people save the lives of helpless animals with happy endings in today's video. So let's get right into it. People can be pretty cruel, all for mere likes and views. People go so far as to torture animals for shock value, but things don't always go as planned as these guys got a taste of their own medicine. Some torturers decided to break a lion cub's hind legs so it couldn't run away from them. The torturers wanted to take selfies of the lion cub, but it wouldn't sit still. So they decided the right way to handle the situation would be to break the lion cub's hind legs. It's a pretty sick thing to do, and if you think you like this, you probably need to get a mental evaluation. The lion cub with broken legs was used for photo shoots on Russian beaches at the cost of the lion cub's freedom and health. The news circulated in Russia and became so viral that even Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, caught wind of the information. A criminal probe was then ordered by Vladimir Putin to investigate the situation. The cub was just a few weeks old when he was snatched from his mother and was used to pose for tourist pictures. After being exploited for a while, the torturers broke the lion cub's legs to prevent it from running away. The lion cub's health deteriorated as it was tortured and beaten on a regular basis. The lion cub unfortunately suffered injuries to his spine that left him pretty much at death's door. The cub was found in a shed in Dagestan. Rescuers flew the cub to a specialist vet by the name of Karten Dalikayan, who stated that the animal suffered an ocean of pain from its torturers. Fortunately, the lion cub was treated and he was able to walk with its hind legs once again. The lion cub has recovered substantially, however it seemed that it's been left with permanent deformities. The veterinarian got a chance to sit down with Putin as he told that no criminal cases had been opened. Putin assured to the vet that the necessary investigations would take place and that the torturers would be brought into the spotlight. Gunnar was out on a walk with his owner Richard one morning by a body of water. Richard and Gunnar got a bit too close to the waters and you won't believe what happened next. Out of nowhere, a giant alligator jumped out of the water and grabbed Gunnar. It was like a missile shooting out of the blue, according to Richard. The alligator started rolling with Gunnar in its grip, trying to tear the poor puppy to shreds. Richard saw all this happen and without a second thought, jumped into the waters to wrestle the alligator and free up his poor puppy. He wrestled with the alligator for a while to free the puppy from its mouth. He succeeded, but the alligator bit down on Richard's hand. Richard didn't take note of his injuries and decided to take the puppy to safety. He ignored his own well-being and took the puppy to the veterinarian. Veterinarians noticed that a bit of water had accumulated in Gunnar's lungs as a result of the puncture wound. Veterinarians assured Richard that it was nothing to be concerned about, and as a result, the worst was over. Richard got his hand looked over at, but he had minor lacerations on his arm. The poor puppy Gunnar spent a few days in the hospital and was finally back on his feet once again. Richard and Gunnar are still kicking it to this day. Hopefully they'll be wary of any foreign bodies of water and stay away from alligators. This guy was driving when he noticed this kitten in the middle of the road. Judging from its appearance, it wasn't in the best of conditions and needed immediate care. Being good Samaritans, these guys decided to get her off the road. Once they did, they could literally see just how bad things were. For starters, the poor thing couldn't walk. She looked like 2 weeks old at most. These guys couldn't really leave it there, so they decided to take it to the vet in one of their backpacks. There, the kitten got the necessary treatment and grew up to be a healthy cat. Talk about a good ending. This baby elephant found himself in quite a sticky situation as he struggled to make his way out of the trench. We don't know how he ended up there, but forest officials in Karnataka's Korg rushed to his aid. The poor animal couldn't find his footing in the mud, but the men used the JCB machine to hoist him up. You could tell the elephant was happy to be out because he butted heads with the machine when he was free. He's definitely walking away with a story for his parents. This cow was visibly in distress as it dug its hooves into the ground and mooed, which kinda sounded like wailing. The cow managed to grab the attention of a man nearby who was apparently there to film. When he got closer, he noticed something strange. The agitated cow was looking for help with its newborn calf that had slid under the electric fence. From the look of things, the calf had been delivered there and slid under the fence. This is where the passerby stepped in. He used the stick to hold up the fence, allowing the calf to break free. He did get a few shocks in the process, but he managed to reunite a family. What's more heartwarming than that? This man raced the train to save a dog's life. We don't know how, but the poor canine had managed to get his leash stuck on the train and was unable to break free. Lucky for him, a man was brave enough to risk his own life to save him. It was a race against time and he managed to win. Talk about an adrenaline rush. This chimp obviously wandered too far out of the jungle. He mistook the wires as ordinary vines from the wild and proceeded to swing about carefree. He might have been enjoying himself, but the people on his tail were definitely on their tiptoes. They found themselves concerned for the animal's safety, but the chimp was too busy having fun. He did get shocked a few times, but it made little difference. Eventually, the chimp ended up falling from the wires. Luckily, there was a crew right there to catch him and nurse him back to health. Cars and animals just don't mix together for some reason, and this fox is proof of it. The poor thing had got his head stuck in a tire, and we've got a lot of questions. Like, how did he get there in the first place, but most importantly, how do we get it out? Fortunately, the team looking after him had a plan. They managed to squeeze his head out through a very tiny hole. The fox was treated for its injuries and is hopefully back to wandering in the wild. It probably learned a lesson or two. Alright, which one of these moments touched your heart the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Trend Joint, and we'll see you in the next one.